Some of the biggest cities in the world are also home to some of the tallest skyscrapers in the world. There's the Shanghai Tower in China that stands over 2,000 feet tall, One World Trade Center in New York City that is 1,776 feet tall, and the world record holder Burj Khalifa, which stands in the United Arab Emirates at 2,717 feet tall. These buildings are not only symbols of thriving markets and a healthy economy, they're also symbols of pride by these various countries. Of course, there exists an unwritten yet widely understood rule. Someone will always build it bigger. Few places does this ring truer than with skyscrapers. Many countries have already laid plans to construct buildings taller than anything the world has ever seen. From Malaysia to Dubai, here are the 5 tallest skyscrapers soon to be built. If you enjoy this video, be sure to subscribe to Underworld for more just like it. Malaysia has been one of the fastest growing economies in Asia for the last couple of decades. In this growing country is the federal territory of Kuala Lumpur, which is the capital of Malaysia. It is a large city that covers an area of 94 square miles, has a population of 1.73 million, and boasts some of the most beautiful architecture on planet Earth. However, sights are set even higher as there are plans to build a skyscraper that will be known as Merdeka 118. This large building will stand at 2,113 feet tall and will be the second tallest building in the country once it's completed in 2022. The building will consist of 100 floors of rentable space, including 83 floors of office space, 12 floors of hotel rooms, 5 floors of hotel residences, and a retail business center. The non-rentable space consists of elevators, recreational and maintenance facilities, as well as parking spaces for up to 8,500 cars. The 4 top floors will be used as an observation deck. Currently, the building is under construction, and the design is a mixture of diamond-shaped facades, which is used to symbolize the diversity of the Malaysian people. The building as a whole is said to resemble the raised hand of Tunku Abdul Rahman, who was a Malaysian statesman who served as the head of Malaysia from 1955 to 1970, when he proclaimed the country's independence. As we said before, Malaysia has been one of the fastest growing economies in Asia for quite a while. As the Merdeka 118 building is nearing completion, few realize that in a few years, this will go from being the tallest building in Malaysia to being the second tallest building. That's because plans have been laid to build Tower M, or what was formerly known as KLCC East Gate Tower. Tower M is a proposed mega-tall skyscraper project in the capital city of Kuala Lumpur, right in the city center. The new building would comprise of 3 office towers on top of a retail podium and come up on 4 acres of land. These plots of land were named Los L, L1, and M, and were adjacent to the mass rapid transit station. It is planned to be 700 meters high, which is 2,297 feet, and have 145 stories. In July of 2018, the landowners stated that there were no immediate plans to construct the office towers. This came as a major surprise to the public, who had been hearing stories of this building for years. To make matters worse, the 2020 COVID pandemic continued to hold up the plans even more. As of today, there have still not been plans laid to start construction. Some reports state that if the demand continues to remain as low as it has been, construction is unlikely to start any time before 2030, if it even starts at all. When you think of cities that are full of lavish features and incredible buildings, one of the first places you probably think about is the city of Dubai, located in the United Arab Emirates. There are a number of buildings in this area which are amazing in their own rights. The Burj Al Arab, the Armani Hotel, and the Palm Hotel. The most famous of these buildings is the Burj Khalifa, which is the tallest building in the world. However, there will soon be another architectural marvel to add to the mix. This new building is known as the Uptown Dubai and consists of 7 high-rise structures, including a new super tall addition to the incredibly busy skyline of the city. This humongous tower will include high-end restaurants, office spaces, residences, a spa, and a luxury hotel. It is able to fit all of this as it will be 2,333 feet tall, or 711 meters. To add a little extra flair to the project, there will be a 5-level above-grade and 2-level below-grade podium structure over the entire site. It is yet another luxurious addition to an already bustling and vibrant country. While Tower 1 will be the main attraction for opulent guests, there will also be a Tower 2. However, this will only be about half the size of Tower 1 and be home to office spaces, residential units, and a hotel. The projects are still under construction and have an estimated completion date around 2022. Another skyscraper being built in the city of Dubai shares much of the same name as Uptown Dubai Tower 1, yet has an entirely different purpose. While Dubai Tower 1 is a multi-purpose building that rents space for everything from apartments to offices, this new building, called Dubai 1 Tower, will serve only one purpose: being a strictly residential building. But it will also be tied in height with Dubai Tower 1. At 711 meters, or 2,333 feet, the Dubai 1 Tower will be built as part of a complex called Meydan 1, which will house up to 78,000 residents and include a dancing fountain sweeping up to 420 meters, or 1,378 feet, a vast shopping center, a 25,000 square meter indoor sports center, a 300-meter beach, a 350-room hotel, and a marina. The shopping center section of the complex will include 300 restaurants and cafes, all under a retractable roof which can be opened in cooler winter months. To put it shortly, the entire complex will be its own city. Prior to the announcement, the title of world's tallest residential tower has been expected to be claimed by the World 1 Tower in Mumbai, India. The structure, which already stands at 417 meters in height, is due to be finished next year. As we have discussed previously, the current world record holder for the tallest building in the world is the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. However, Saudi Arabia has much different plans. Currently, there are plans in place for construction of a skyscraper that will claim the title of the world's tallest building. It will be known as the Jeddah Tower. This project is not only one of the most ambitious projects ever undertaken, it is also one of the most costly. When plans were laid, it was estimated that the building would cost a total of nearly $4.45 billion. But what does $4.45 billion actually purchase? For starters, this huge tower would be 3,281 feet tall, over 500 feet taller than the Burj Khalifa. There would be 168 floors, 2 basements, 59 elevators, and over 2.6 million square feet of floor area. Construction on the tower has been underway for a number of years, going back to 2013. Throughout the project, different visions were presented, and from time to time, some of the plans would change. However, everything pushed forward. In January of 2018, there were serious delays in the build. To start, owner JEC halted structural concrete work, even though the tower was only 1/3 complete. There were also labor issues with the contractor. One of the major funders of the project was even jailed for not paying the workers properly. A couple of years after that, 2020 came, canceling much of the construction of Jeddah Tower for months on end. But now, as the world comes out of the pandemic, construction will resume soon and hopefully be completed within the next few years. When someone builds something huge, there will always be someone else to build it on an even bigger scale. It may not seem like a big deal to us, but the countries that these buildings call home take great pride in their builds. So, keep a sharp eye out, because there will be some amazing unveilings in the years to come. Be sure to click the link on screen to see another one of our videos just like this. And with that, thanks for watching, and tune in next time.